What's up, Urban Acolyte family? My name is Prince, and I am an Urban Acolyte. And I am going to be doing a couple of videos to give my thoughts or weigh in on some of the Rey theories or Rey identity theories that you guys have been sharing with me. So I got this one on Twitter a few days ago, and I didn't look at the video at first because as soon as I saw the title, I said, I don't think it's going to take long for me to prove that this one is not going to be true. But I decided to take a look at it anyway, and I commented that it took me about 30 seconds to find a flaw in the argument. Someone else followed up my tweet and said, well, it sounds pretty sound to me. What's the problem? What do you see wrong with it? And the most glaring issue is going to be the timeline. Now, of course, you guys are like, Prince, what are you talking about? So this video is the Ezra plus Sabine equals Rey breakdown, Star Wars theory video by Element 7. Now, first off, to Element 7, if somebody says, hey man, Prince is dogging you out on his channel, I'm not, this isn't personal. It's not a personal attack. And to do almost 150,000 views when you're a small channel is awesome. So congratulations to you for getting this video out there, and I hope you have continued success. But I am going to say, like I said to Vincent Vendetta, make sure you do your homework, bro, because your timeline is off. So I'm going to summarize the video, and I'm just going to go, as I give a summary, I'm going to give my, I'm going to weigh in and give my thoughts, or just tell you flat out where things kind of, all right. So it starts out that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Duchess Satine Kryze have a relationship, an intimate relationship where Obi-Wan fathers a child with Duchess Satine, but this happens when he's a Padawan, right? This child is Sabine Wren. She is placed with her mother, or at least she's told that her mother is a member of Death Watch of House Vizsla Clan Wren, as we hear in Star Wars Rebels, right? Now, that's the first, because the issue is, well, if Sabine is born when Obi-Wan Kenobi is still a Padawan, well, then, like, how much time are we talking? Is it like towards the end of Qui-Gon Jinn's life when Obi-Wan becomes a Jedi Knight? Where are we talking about during the time that he's a Padawan? Because if that's the case, then Sabine, when we see her on Star Wars Rebels, can be anywhere from in her 30s to her 40s, right? She could be the same age as Anakin Skywalker, depending on or within like a 15-year gap of his age. And where we are right now in Star Wars Rebels, she is 19 in season 3. She's about anywhere from 1 to 2 years. I like to say a year and a half older than Ezra Bridger. So your timeline is way off. It doesn't really add up. Additionally, if we're going to say, well, it's later, Prince, it's later. Sabine is still the bastard child of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Duchess Satine. Well, here's the other issue. Duchess Satine Kryze died before Sabine was born, right? Sabine was born with about 2 years remaining in the Clone Wars. To make her 2 years older than Ezra, he was born on Empire Day. So when we see the scenes where Sabine's mother is actually in those scenes on Mandalore, when Duchess Satine Kryze is killed by Darth Maul, and Bo-Katan leads her Night Owls. They split off from the Death Watch. Sabine's mother is somewhere there, right? Dave Filoni said this. So she's either pregnant with Sabine or she's about to get pregnant with Sabine. So that completely rules out the possibility of her being the child of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Duchess Satine Kryze. So that whole, this is supposed to be a Rey Kenobi thing. Well, if Rey is going to be a Kenobi, it can't be because her mother is Sabine. Now, to move forward, right? Because your theory, your speculation, I should say, is already off as far as Ezra and Sabine being able to get together, because at this point, Sabine's basically almost old enough to be Ezra's mother, right? And that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? But he goes on to say that because Ezra is starting to show these leanings to the dark side that we saw in season 2, Ezra literally is Star Killer. Later on, Ezra and Sabine will have a romance. They will father a child who will be Rey, and Sabine will be killed. Ezra fully takes up the mantle of Star Killer, starts the Knights of Ren, in honor of his lover, his wife, possibly the mother of his child, Sabine Wren. And we're going to have to completely ignore the fact that Sabine's last name is W-R-E-N Wren, and the Knights of Ren are R-E-N. So I guess Ezra doesn't know how to spell his wife's name, or he decides to drop the W because it was already silent, right? So we have this Star Killer character, and the Star Killer character, who is the actual master of the Knights of Ren, is the true leader, who will be played by Benicio del Toro in episode 8. And therefore, Kylo Ren, as the powers that be, would like us to believe, is not the actual master of the Knights of Ren, even though Supreme Leader Snoke refers to Kylo Ren as the master of the Knights of Ren, and the visual guide says that Snoke sees in Kylo Ren a new type of Force user who is of the light and of the dark. Additionally, Kylo Ren is the enforcer of Supreme Leader Snoke, the same way Darth Vader is the enforcer of the Emperor because of his bloodline, because of his heritage to Darth Vader, right? So it's like, well, everything that says that Kylo Ren is this esteemed person, the brightest of Snoke's apprentices, or a previous apprentice. We don't know how many students Snoke has actually had, even though everything is saying that Kylo Ren is the top student, the top dog in the pecking order. Actually, Ezra Bridger is, because he's Star Killer and he's Rey's father, right? So this is all over the place. If you think it's solid, hey, that's you have the right to believe that, but this is it's got more holes in it than a block of Swiss cheese, right? So I mean, this thing is leaking, it's leaking false information like water leaks from a sieve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as far as Rey being the child of Ezra and Sabine, hey, there's a possibility, but her being a Kenobi and a Bridger and the child of Star Killer, and Sabine is a Kenobi, I'm not seeing it. Maybe Sabine's father could have been a relative of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then Ezra and Sabine, even though there's no romance at this point, when Ezra kind of matures, maybe then there could be the possibility of a relationship between the two of them, when they're in their 20s and they're kind of on more of a level playing field. But right now, I'm just not seeing it. I do have an interesting thought on the possibility of a connection to Obi-Wan Kenobi and a connection to Mandalore that we could see being played out with Ezra and Sabine, that could lead to Rey. Like maybe she has some Mandalorian heritage. Maybe she is related to one of Obi-Wan Kenobi's relatives. Maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi is a Mandalorian and doesn't know it, right? There's nothing in his background that's actually canon as of now. So that's a possibility. But as far as this speculation from Element 7, I'm just not seeing it, bro. And this is not going to work for me. And It's not going to work for anybody who's paying attention to the timeline. But, congratulations on your video and it being at 146,000 views. I have linked it in the card so you guys can check it out if you guys want to actually see the actual video. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you like this E plus S equals R? That sounds like something from Game of Thrones. Do you think that Ezra and Sabine could possibly be Rey's parents? And if so, what is your reason for them either leaving her on Jakku, or as I've been saying, of her being taken from her parents? Like, what reason would they have gone to Jakku, and why would Unkar Plutt or whoever Unkar Plutt was working for have taken Rey away from Ezra and Sabine? And where are they at this point? Because, if you're gonna go that route, you got to be able to fill in all of the holes, because that's how this game is gonna work. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll be checking to see what you guys have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button so that you can take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Go ahead, commit yourself to using your love for Star Wars to improve yourself and to improve your community around you. And you can start that by taking up this 100-day meditation challenge that I've been posting over on my Instagram account. So hop over to Instagram and check that out. Make sure you continue to support the channel. You can check out some of these other videos on Rey identity theories that I posted in the past to see my opinions on what Rey's background might be. But that's all I've got for now. So thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the Force be with you always.